In this video, I'll be exploring the action execute agent and wait in Power Automate. Now, I'll just show you an example whereby I interact with Copilot Studio agent, call a Power Automate flow, and then take that particular response and then feed in back to the agent. Now, execute agent and wait. This action sends a message to Copilot agent, pauses its execution until agent finishes processing the request. Post processing, it sends the response back. The flow resumes and continue flow steps execution. We can get the last known response message from the agent and use it in the flow as an output parameter. Basically, it's a synchronous action. Now we have a similar action called as execute agent. Now the difference between execute agent and wait is execute agent will independently execute the agent and the flow resumes. It will not wait for the agent to process and pass on the input to the Power Automate flow. In execute agent and wait, the execution stops from a Power Automate flow perspective. Agent processes the input and then sends the response back, and then once the response is received, the Power Automate flow will resume the action. So that's why it is called as a synchronous action. Now what is the use case for that? You can call an agent from a flow to request a specific action, get the response back, and process it. It is usable for most deterministic workflow process. Other example would be if you want to track an email. Like once the email is received, you read the email, you learn the intent, you learn the sentiment of the email. Or you can trigger from a Canvas app and process data through the agents. Now you need to be aware of the 100-second time limit to get the response back. Now this is how the agent will look like. Now as you see over here in the screen, we have this execute agent and wait. You call an agent, and then from that agent you will pass on the message, sends a prompt to the specified agent for processing, and wait to resume. You can pass in the output parameter to the calling agent back, and these are the set of output you get from the execute agent and wait. So like body slash last response, the last response in the activities list, body slash response, the list of string response in the activities list, the item, actual item, and the body or conversation ID. So let's jump into the demo. Let me give you a scenario first. So I have this agent, G Airlines. Now this only answers questions about airlines. It has nothing to do with other mode of transportation. However, some people would like to club an offer of airlines and cruise ship or train or other travel. Now, this agent only serves airline related request. But what if someone asks something about cruise ship details? Now I have a similar agent called as cruise ship agent, which I have created over here, which does only activity related to cruise ship related details. Like you can view all the cruise ship across the world, the timings, the cost, etc. Now, this is the scenario. What I'm gonna do, like in airline, if someone asks me about, say, cruise ship related details, I don't have anything written in the instructions over here. So for that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a topic. So I'll click on topic, add a topic, and then I add a topic from blank. So let's assume if someone asks me about cruise related details. So cruise details. If this is the topic, then uh, I need to call another agent. Now I have multiple ways to call an agent. I can call agent directly as a child agent within the topic, or I can add under agents a child agent by following the A2A protocol. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make use of Power Automate. So in Power Automate, I'll go to new, automation, cloud flow, and automate it. Now from here, I need to pick up the appropriate trigger. So basically this flow is going to be called from an agent. I need to return back the agent response. So I will call this as call another agent Feb 2026 so that I can remember the name. And here I will just type in Copilot. If I type in Copilot, let me see if I get anything. If I type in bot, let's see if I get anything. Or if I just type in agent, let's see if I get anything. So when a Power Virtual Agent calls a flow, and I'm not getting proper trigger from here, I will just copy this. I'll skip this section. and this will open the Power Automate flow. From here, I can specify the action. So the action which you need to specify, now this is a bit different between the classic and a modern interface. So here I'll select skills, and within skill, when an agent calls the flow. And when you see here, it says run a flow from Copilot. That's completely fine. Again, here I need to type in skills, respond to agent. And whatever is the underlying logic, you can write in between. So I'll click on save because this is a classic interface. I want to have a modern interface. So I'm just saving this flow. Now this flow is named as Untitled. I would advise you to save it with the proper name. All good. I'll click on save. So call another agent. Feb 2026 is the flow name. Now once it is saved, I'll go back and I will again open this agent. So call another agent Feb 2026. Now this will open modern interface and you will exactly see the action, like action which you have selected was skills, and it will show with a proper icon over here. So when an agent calls the flow and when an agent respond backs to the um, agent. So yeah, so respond to Copilot when an agent calls the flow and respond to Copilot. So you have an option to add an input, you have an option to add an output. Now here we need to pass on the parameter. So I'll just say Copilot, and here we have execute agent and execute agent and wait. Execute agent will just execute the agent and then proceed with the execution, but here we are talking about execute agent and wait, so we need that response back from the agent. Now which agent we are going to call? So from airlines agent we are going to call the cruise ship agent. So for that, from the airlines agent we're going to call the cruise ship agent. So I'll just pardon cruise ship agent. Now I need to pass some parameters. So I need to get the parameter from the input. So I'll just call this as in parameter, and this one I get it from the agent. Once I receive the response back, I need to first pass on to the agent the message. So I'll select message, and this message is basically the input parameter. Respond to Copilot, text, output. Now here you get to see various other parameters listed. So if I click on dynamic content, I can get the entire body last response, I can get the body response, I can get the conversation ID. So to keep it simple, I'll just use body response, the list of string response in the activity list. And that's it. This is our flow. So I'll just click on publish, and we are going to call another agent Feb 2026 once it is published. So let it publish. So our next step is to go into the airlines agent over here. We have created this topic cruise detail. If someone asks anything about cruise within our airlines agent, we should be ready with the answer. So we're going to click on add a tool, and here if that list doesn't appear, so I'll just type in Feb. So our Power Automate flow name is call another agent. So if it doesn't appear, that's completely fine. Let me cancel this off. We click on save. Let me do a hard refresh. So I'll do a control F5 and again go back to the cruise details topic which I have just created and add a tool. Because once it is published, that appearance of the name under call a tool might take some time for that screen to refresh. So you may need to do a hard refresh. So I'm doing a hard refresh over here, selecting a topic, cruise details, and then from here, click on plus, add a tool, and you should see this flow. So call another agent. Now remember, we need to pass in the parameter. Now what parameter are you going to pass? So if someone types in cruise details, it will navigate to this topic, and then we may need to ask a question. So ask a question to the user. What cruise details you are up to? And in identify, I will just take the entire response of the user. user's entire response. So I don't want any entity extraction. It will store in a variable. I can go ahead and change the variable name if required. So I'll call, say, user response. Or maybe I'll just call it as user query. And this one, I need to pass in the Power Automate flow user query. I'm going to get an output from the Power Automate flow, which I need to show it to the user. So I'll say send a message. I'll say, and then just to make it more customized, I'll say this is the response. I'll select the variable. Now this time I'll select out as an output variable. So just to show you what we have done in airlines agent, we have created a topic cruise details. If someone asks more information about the cruise, which my agent is not able to answer, I have I will ask for more cruise details from that agent, like what exactly do they need. I'll pass on that information to the Power Automate flow. Power Automate flow will execute, call Copilot, and then it will wait until the agent responds back, and then it will pass on the information as a message. I'll click on save over here. Cruise ship agent is an independent agent which provides information about the cruise. So we are going to call this agent using the Power Automate flow. Once all set, let me go into this airlines agent, and I'll just type in cruise. So if I'm asking something about cruise, let's see if that topic triggers just by looking into the name. What cruise details are you up to? Cruise from Japan. And then it will start connecting to that service. So it will ask for prompt for the first time. So if it asks for you, just click on allow. And first time it may or may not work. That's completely fine. It is gone into processing mode. It will start executing that Power Automate flow. So let's see Power Automate flow whether it has executed that flow or not. So let me go back, see the run history, and it has, I believe, succeeded. Yes, 14 seconds ago. What response did we get? Yes, this is the response I got. So it has given me a response that here are some of the excellent cruise options departing from Japan, Princess Cruise, Diamond Princess, etc. So what it has done, it has called a Power Automate flow. Power Automate flow in turn has called the agent, which is a cruise ship agent. Now, if you want to really verify whether that agent has been called or not, you can navigate to activity, and here under activity you will see automated as one of the option, and this is the time it has triggered. And if I click on automated, here you will see the actual trace of what was asked to the agent. So for the agent we say cruise from Japan. Now let me go ahead and ask for other information. I can call for cruise from Italy, and then again it will go through that same process, and then it will start giving me that information back. So if you go to the cruise ship agent again, you go to the activity, and then here you should see one more activity once the Power Automate flow executes. But then you may need to wait for the response to be finished. So as you see over here, it is still typing those information. So that's it, folks. This is how you basically use the Power Automate flow. Power Automate flow has an action called as call or execute agent and wait. You point to an agent, you pass on the parameters, and then once you receive the response back from the agent, you pass on to the copilot and you give that response back to the calling agent. So this is how you can use execute agent and wait action. Thanks for watching.